2 eyes. Hi guys, this is Mike and this will be the second part of my shootout between the Olympus 60mm Macro and the Olympus 75mm. If you haven't seen the first part, you can watch it by clicking on the notification above, and in this video we'll focus on the anamorphic performances of these lenses. So, I'm using a Kova Prominar 16 anamorphic adapter and a Panasonic GH5S. So let's look at the first sample, which is a daylight shot. On the 60 you can see vignetting, especially on the top right corner, while on the 75 no vignetting is visible. Please note that the Panasonic GH5S produces a 2.66:1 anamorphic image, so we have a little bit of leeway for cropping, for example to 2.35:1. The 75 is clearly sharper than the 60, something that will be true on most of the samples. Next up is a portrait situation. The 60 is set to F2.8, while the 75 is set to F1.8. If you want to use the 75 for portraits or close-ups, you have to realize that you need space for that. In this shot I was almost 4 meters away from the camera. Next up is a low light sample, and here we will find the reason why I don't like the 60 for anamorphic. As you can see, as soon as light hits the lens directly, there is heavy vignetting, something that doesn't happen on the 75mm. As mentioned before, the anamorphic mode of the GH5S produces an aspect ratio of 2.66:1, so theoretically I could crop the image to 2.35:1, but even then we would have darker corners, or brighter corners in this case. To demonstrate what I mean, I recorded a sample of all the f-stops. Look how the vignetting changes on the 60mm. This is in black and white because I set the white balance to automatic on the camera, and the camera kept changing colors without me noticing. Beginner's mistake. But this is about the vignetting anyway, so yeah. And now the same for the 75mm. As you can see, no matter the f-stop, there is no vignetting. Okay, so here's my opinion. Not one of these lenses is perfect for anamorphic shooting. The 75 is sharper, but it's a pain to set up. It really demands a lot of distance, a lot of space between the camera and the subject. If you have the space, this is a good lens for anamorphic shooting. The 60 is easier to set up, and it has an indicator on the lens to show you where its middle is, and you can align that with the indicator on the Kova, but then the 60 is also a lot softer than the 75. I do like its look more than that of the 75. I think the colors are more alive, more vivid, but it's simply a softer lens. I will do a bigger shootout with different taking lenses for anamorphic shooting. I'm very curious if there will be a lens that is better than these two. If you want to see that, please subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time. Bye.